Hi guys, this is Alice, and this is midnight. I was literally about to go to sleep. I am in my bed, actually. I was about to go to sleep until I checked on YouTube for one last time to see if there was anything interesting to watch before sleep, because sometimes I watch stuff before I sleep to lull me, and I stumbled upon something that I probably shouldn't have seen, but I did. And that is the Ninjago Season 8 sneak peek premiere that happened in San Diego Comic-Con, which the title of this season is now Sons of Garmadon. And at first I was pretty interested, I was like, okay, let's check it out. By Sons of Garmadon, I figured, they're probably going to talk about either Garmadons coming back, or probably, there's going to be some focus on the first Spinjitzu Master, because I did hear that, we were going to learn a little bit more about the elemental powers of Wu and Garmadon. So I figured, okay, probably we're going to see the first Spinjitzu Master, or, the beginning of the elemental powers, something like that. I don't know, like a prequel of some sorts. And I had to click on it, and I saw something that I do not know how to feel about. And that's what I'm going to talk about right now. I know my voice sounds super weird because I'm literally falling asleep. I'm in my bed while recording this. I'm just recording on my cell phone. This is just so stupid, but I just need to voice this right now because I'm not going to be able to sleep until I record this, because, oh my goodness. So, the sneak peek is basically about these 6 bandits of some sort, I think. They were thieves. They were dressed up in the color scheme of the ninja. At first I did think it was going to be the ninja. But then this other green ninja appears, and I was like, oh, okay, they're probably not the ninja. And basically, it is this sneak peek is just to prove of how Lloyd has changed throughout the season. Because he's changed a lot in this sneak peek. And, oh my goodness, I did hear that Lloyd was going to get a new voice actor. And I didn't know how to feel about that, because I grew up with Ninjago. I grew up with it, ever since I was a kid. I saw the very first episodes on cable when they came out. It was literally the only thing I would watch in Disney XD. And I felt pretty attached to the voice actress of Lloyd, and I do know that Lloyd's voice actress was indeed something a little bit too feminine, probably for Lloyd. Now that he grew up, he needed a little bit deeper voice, but I was just so accustomed to it, and I didn't mind as long as they didn't make a super incredibly big change like they did in this sneak peek. I don't know, but I did feel like I didn't want Lloyd's voice to change unless they had a big reason to do so. Kind of like with the episode of Child's Play when Lloyd suddenly grew up. Literally he grew up from his body, and his voice had to go a little bit deeper for Lloyd's original voice actress. And a pretty big circumstance for his voice to change, but other than that, I didn't want to see a major change just out of the blue. And that's pretty much what I see in this sneak peek. But I am still going to give the benefit of the doubt, because maybe there was a big time skip between season 7 and 8. What I don't like, though, and I didn't notice it until some other YouTubers pointed it out, is that they remodeled Lloyd based off of the movie version of Lloyd. Because you guys know that there's going to be this Lego Ninjago movie coming this year, right? And they remodeled Season 8 Lloyd to look pretty much the same as movie Lloyd. And that's something I'm not really happy with, because it makes me feel like now they're just going to change all the ninja based off of the movie. So is the movie going to be canon of some sort? I don't want it to be, because I did hear it's not canon, obviously, and I don't like the fact that it could affect the show so much. I'm so sorry, like I said, I'm sleepy. And I don't really want it to change, like, so much, like it's proven to be changing right now. I just want it to be like, how can I even say this? I want it to be probably not the same as it used to be, because I know the show has to grow, and I like the changes that have happened right now. And I guess I just want it to go slowly, and I didn't expect to have such big of a time skip, like, for Lloyd's voice to go, like, whoa, through past puberty. He sounds like a teenager, probably even a young adult by now, and that's pretty weird. And his design to just change for dramatically. And I guess it affects me a little bit more because it makes me feel like, oh my god, now they're remodeling Lloyd to look like movie Lloyd, so newer generations can feel related to this new character. When we, the audience, grew up with Ninjago for a really long time, and I don't really know what to expect from this season with this sneak peek. I'm not gonna lie, I am pretty excited to see Lloyd's development, but I also am I guess I feel a little skeptical. And I guess that's something normal for us people who grew up with the Ninjago. We're pretty skeptical with this change, and sometimes change doesn't seem so appealing, but sometimes it is for the best. So I guess I'll never know until I actually watch the season. Because last season, Hands of Time was pretty good, and I do want to think that maybe they're going to change for the better in some way. I did hear that maybe Cole would be the main ninja of this season, but I don't know if it's going to be the case. And I've heard pretty much a lot of theories roaming around that Cole might die in this season. We do know someone's going to die, but I don't know if it's going to be Cole, or if it's going to be anyone, any ninja, maybe just a background secondary character like Misako or Ronin or something, which kind of makes me wonder if this is a time skip, which I really hope it is, because I don't want this to be just something out of the blue like, oh, 1 year later and suddenly, boom, Lloyd hit puberty. No, I want it to be a really long time skip, like 5 years, 10 years at least, something to make it have sense. I don't feel comfortable with it, but at least let it make sense. I don't know. Since it's gonna be a time skip, probably, I wonder how Misako and Ronin and Dareth are gonna look like in these years now, and the other ninja. I'm kind of worried. I really hope they don't remodel them after the movie too. I want a different design, you know, like something different, like. Don't make the movie into the show. Like, make the show and the movie completely different. That kind of makes me feel like, why? Like, I am going to be seeing the Lego Ninjago movie, but I don't want it to become like some sort of laughing stock of some sorts, where kids are just going to come into the show and be like, oh, it's just like the movie, because we know the Lego movies have this reputation to make fun of the shows or movies they're based off of, such as Lego Batman movie did, and the Lego movie itself was pretty funny, but it made a lot of puns and things of other references, making fun of it, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm not sensitive to that. I just don't want newer generations to think that this show that we grew up with is like that. I don't want them to think like this is some sort of laughing stock that they can do as well. I want to laugh at the jokes that will make sense, because they do make sense sometimes from the show. But I don't want them to think that that's what the show is going to be about. Because if they do expect that, then the writers might actually submit to the newer fans and make this show, the show we grew up with, a lot more of a laughing stock than from what it actually is, which is character development, of course, the laughs and things that come along the way, but it's a serious story, something good and something that I love. And that's kind of my fear. That's the only fear that I have with the writers remodeling these characters to look for like the ones in the movie. That's kind of the only reason why. But other than that, I'm perfectly okay and open with suggestions. I can't judge the season until I actually see it, but from this sneak peek, I can tell that it's going to be really different, And sometimes change is for the better, so we'll never know. So, without any further ado, because I'm really tired, that's all my thoughts that I had. Leave a comment below, guys. What do you think about this sneak peek? Do you guys think it's going to be a good season? What do you guys think of the new model for Lloyd? What do you think about his new voice? What do you guys think the season's going to be about? Comment below, subscribe, and like. And I'll be seeing you guys later on another Alice's Late Night Thoughts. Bye-bye.